Good afternoon, I'm Kai Bourne. I'm the video editor at the MHF network, and I'm joined with Joe Cawley, life coach.
Hi, how you doing? Good to see you.
Yes, good to see you too. It's been a while since we last met in person.
Yeah, it's a bit different over video.
Yeah, it's a lot different. Yeah, weather's not too good though at the moment, so.
No, but hopefully the weather will get better when the gyms open up. So we can all start looking forward to that.
Yeah, have you seen what they've been doing to the gym recently?
I've never been to the gym, so I'm looking forward to it opening so I can come visit and get a workout in and see what all the fuss is about.
Yeah, because me and my dad, we've spent quite a lot of time doing up the gym over this lockdown. He spent a lot of his time at the gym. He's been repainting all the machines and getting it ready for all the new guidelines and that are coming into play now that gyms are open on the 25th.
So what are the new guidelines? How will that affect people working out?
Well, to my understanding, what they're having to do now at the moment is, rather than allowing just anyone to go in at any time and train for however long they want to, himself is only allowing people to train for up to 55 minutes or 50 minutes.
Right.
So that just because obviously if you have too many people in there at one time doing it for as long as they want, it's not fair to the people who aren't allowed yet, because they're having this issue where you're only allowed a certain amount of people in the gym at the same time. I'm not sure what that number is at the moment, but yeah.
So we're looking at like a time slot type thing.
Yeah. So you book your sessions online. I think you could book 2 sessions in one day, so you could maybe stay there for like 2 hours. But yeah, essentially what you have to do is, rather than going in and just paying, you go online to a website that's linked on the gym's Facebook page, and you book a time slot, and that's just it. You book your session, you go there. I think you've got to be there 15 minutes before your session. You wash your hands, make sure you're clean and everything, and then you're allowed in.
So it's going to be quite different, isn't it? I think I wonder what the experience will be for people who have a routine.
Yeah, it's going to be different for people who have a routine, because I myself, I like to train like over a long period of time. The workouts I do, and like the workouts I do with my friends when we all go together, we can do it in a short period of time. Like, if I really dedicate myself to it, I'd probably knock it out in like an hour to the same sort of like quality. But it's just, I like to feel relaxed at the gym. I like to take my time, make sure I'm doing everything right. And obviously, if I'm taking my time and making sure I'm doing everything right, and it takes me 2 hours to complete a workout, I'm essentially only getting half a workout done, which is which will be the annoying part of it.
So what sort of advice do you think we'd give for people who use that as their release? I think Scott's often talked about training in the gym being something that keeps you nice and settled, nice and relaxed. It's an outlet for tensions. So what's the impact will be on those types of people? Because when I train, I like to get in and out. I work fast. I don't particularly have many rest periods. Almost overload training is kind of how I work. So what's going to be the impact for people like that?
It will be frustrating, but it also be a good thing as well, because it means people are getting back, being allowed to go back to the gym, as opposed to having to do their workouts from home. I found doing my workout at home isn't the same, because you've always got something to distract yourself with if you don't want to work out, and it just doesn't feel the same. It's not got the same atmosphere, and you're not in the same mindset. Similar to like working at home as well. Like, a lot of people say that during work, like while they've been working at home, it doesn't feel pain. You can just sit down and you can find something to distract yourself with for 2 minutes, and then that 2 minutes turns into an hour. And it's the same with training. So even though there are going to be restrictions going back to the gym, at least you can go back to the gym, and hopefully these restrictions within the next few months will be lifted and everything will go back to normal.
Mm. It's certainly a hard time. I think the working at home business, I think it's amazing how quickly you lose your routines. And I think
Yeah.
people who are successful, people that are quite driven, they've got strict routines they follow. And without them, you tend to procrastinate. So I think I actually haven't worked out at all at home. I had the attitude of, what can I do?
Yeah.
I'll just chill out. I'll deal with it when the gym opens.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm kind of been waiting for the gym to open to start getting a little bit of a routine back.
Yeah.
I guess I think it'd be quite hard to pull myself out of that relaxed way of being to be motivated to go into the gym, because we need the gym, but it's not always fun.
Yeah.
I think it's not always enjoyable. Sometimes it's a process you go through for your mental health, but it's not always fun. There's things people rather be doing, but they need to go to the gym. You know, it's a lot easier to sleep on the sofa than it is to go to the gym.
Yeah.
And I think the bit I'm dreading the most is to have to build stamina up again. You know, when you have a break from sport and you don't do anything, when you start doing it again, everything hurts. I'm not looking forward to everything hurting again. That kind of puts me off for a little while, but I always look at that pain and say, well, you've earned it, so enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's a hard mindset to get back into, to doing nothing.
Yeah. But I suppose, like, even though you've had that mindset of, you know, I've just been doing nothing for a while, for some people at least, it's sort of like it is that relief, because you've been doing nothing for so long, even though you want to do it and it's hard work, it's something to do.
Yes.
Like,
I tell you what, I found, like, I do boxing as well, and it's amazing the little injuries you pick up from doing heavy weights, from boxing. Like, your wrists get sore, but you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss training. You don't want to stop going. In your head, you're thinking, if I miss a session now, am I going to be a little bit less fit tomorrow? Am I going to lose my strength tomorrow?
Yeah, exactly.
And this lockdown is meant actually you can heal a little bit and let your body kind of recover. And that's been a really strange thing, just let your body recover. So it's kind of it's got its positives and its negatives, I think. Because momentum's really important, for me especially.
Yeah. But, like, again, ultimately, hopefully, this will all go back to everything will go back to the way it was. Oh, hold on. Sorry, my phone was. Yeah, there we go. So hopefully, like, within the next few months, everything should go back to normal. I mean, they've started opening most places now, and I feel like gyms everywhere else, that's sort of like one of the biggest final steps to sort of saying, right, everything's getting on track to going back to normal.
So what do you think's been the biggest impact of this lockdown?
I think it's just, you know, no one, obviously we all knew and heard that the lockdown was going to happen when it first started. But I think the biggest impact was everyone thought it would only be for 3 weeks at first, and now it's been like 4 months. And you've got to think about how many people have been out of work, have been out of education, and just haven't to be in contact with people that they're close with. I've got mates of mine who are in relationship, and they were upset that they couldn't physically see their partner, because, I mean, although you can speak to someone over the phone, it's not the same as seeing someone in person. The same as, like, you do stuff at home, like you can do work and you can work out, you can pick up a hobby, but it's not the same without, like, that physical interaction. Like, if you're at work, you have people you can talk to. If you're working from home, you're essentially just by yourself sat in front of a screen, and it gets repetitive and boring and dull, and you just lose the mindset to do it.
Yeah, I think input's really important, and I think I think I think about is the amount of things that were happening this year that are now on hold.
Mm.
So for some people, they are literally a year behind where they should be.
Yeah.
You know, be it holidays or you know, planning for a family. You know, it might be career moves. I think weddings. You know, people had weddings that should have happened and put off. Literally, some people's lives are a year behind because of this pandemic that's happened. I think the stresses of experiencing that and still getting the motivation to carry on is something that I've come into contact with quite a lot recently with people. It's the whole, I've found people see it one or two ways. Either you see it as a great time to stop and pause, think, reflect, and plan, and sort of go forward with it. And I see other people kind of think of what's the point?
Yeah.
And being stuck in that mindset of what's the point?
Yeah.
And that's really, really hard to get out of. And then I see a lot of life coaches saying, if you're not working on your goals now, then you're failing. And that's really hard because I think for some people, just getting up every day is the goal. You know, it's not about taking the world on, because for some people and what their goals and what they can do right now is very different. Everyone's extra mile looks different.
Yeah.
So for some people right now, it's just getting by.
Yeah.
And I think the pressure, that social media has put on people to be high performing, high achieving right now, it's been hard. And they're kind of the three trains of thought that I come into contact with a fair bit at the moment.
Yeah. Well, right then. Well, Joe, it was great talking to you, and I hope we should hopefully have another video posted much sooner this time after this one's posted. And I guess we'll see you all later.